back to Inside Ambition. I'm Alexandra George, and today I'm talking to a brand new club at Drexel called Drexel Dance Marathon. I have Abbey and Lynn here from their management team. Hi Abbey, hi Lynn, how are you guys?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm great. So why don't you start by introducing yourselves?
Okay. So my name is Abbey. I am the executive director of Dance Marathon. I am a pre-junior at Drexel in a 5-year program in the communication department. Also working on minors in environmental studies and French. And a little bit of the reason that I got involved with Drexel Dance Marathon is actually Lynn and I went to the same high school. And we were both on the executive board of our high school's mini-thon. And I think that passion and that drive that we got to see in high school really was the catalyst to us wanting to start Dance Marathon at Drexel.
Yeah, hi, I'm Lynn. I'm a chemistry major at Drexel with a minor in nutrition. And I'm the internal director. So I'm in charge of the morale chair, special events, and the hospital relations chair. And yeah, Abby and I, we saw how powerful it was to work with such a great team and for such a great cause that we couldn't help but bring it to Drexel.
Wow, well, I'm glad you guys did, because from what I know about Drexel Dance Marathon, or just dance marathons in general, they're really great orgs, and you guys put on a really special event. So why don't you guys talk a little bit about what Drexel Dance Marathon is and what you guys hope to accomplish?
So I think that the biggest thing for us when we started Drexel Dance Marathon is we were looking for an organization that really unifies everybody on campus. There are a lot of major specific orgs, which is fantastic, but this is something that kind of everybody can be involved with, whether it's in a chair position, on a captain's team, meaning that you can get your entire organization involved. So if a sorority wanted to register together, they could do that, or a club sport or anything like that. And then just on an individual level, I think that this is a movement that can really bring students together. And especially in a climate like this right now, where we're kind of craving that human attention and wanting something to all stand behind. This was something that was really important to us. Obviously, we started before the pandemic hit, but it's kind of driven us to even push harder.
Mm-hmm. So what exactly is a dance marathon?
So Drexel Dance Marathon is specifically benefiting Children's Miracle Network hospitals, and ours is a local hospital in Philadelphia, CHOP, which is really impactful because you actually are physically seeing where all of your hard work is going towards. Drexel Dance Marathon and dance marathons in general are year-long fundraising events in order to spread awareness and raise funds for the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. And I think a key difference, it has a lot of similarities to Thon, which a lot of people are familiar with at Penn State. But the difference between Drexel Dance Marathon and Children's Miracle Network dance marathons in general is that it's not specific to children with cancer, which is amazing. You can donate your funds to specifically the oncology unit, but we're choosing to kind of donate them to all of the children at Children's Miracle Network hospitals. And that goes towards surgeries, that goes towards equipment, that goes towards kids fighting pediatric cancer, but just pediatric illness in general. So yeah, it's basically a year-long fundraising event. At the end of the year is kind of when they do the total reveal of how much you've raised over the past year. That might look a little different this year, might be a virtual thing, but it's basically to bring everyone together for all of their hard work throughout the year fundraising.
So how can orgs or individuals or students at Drexel go about fundraising?
There is a website. There's online fundraising we do, in-person fundraising we do. We're not really sure how that's going to work out yet with everything going on. And our biggest one, I guess, is online fundraising. We go through a specific website called Donor Drive. And with this, it just gives you a link. You create a profile and you can share it onto your Facebook or your Instagram, any kind of social media or any kind of website that you want to put it on. And that's where we make most of our fundraising money. Because if you give it to your parents. Your parents can send it out to their friends, their work friends, whoever they want, like your neighbors. And that's basically like the most profitable way to make money. And then in person, we have different fundraisers like canning, where like we would go to different sports events, whether it's like Philly sports or Drexel sports, and you just go around asking for like a couple, like change, I guess, or like whatever anyone wants to donate. We're more than happy to take it. Doesn't matter if it's like $1 or 50 cents or however much they want to give us. We're more than grateful to take it.
Yeah, that all sounds really great. And I'm sure our viewers are wondering, you're not called Drexel Raises Money for CHOP. You're called Drexel Dance Marathon. So where does the dancing come in?
So that's kind of what happens at our main event. It's supposed to just be a really fun way for us to engage the students that have worked so hard all year. So there's something called a morale chair, which is on our external team, and they create a line dance that gets taught to everybody at the event, and then it's kind of something on the top of the hour. You all get together and you do the line dance. It's messy, it's fun. It's supposed to just be a way for everybody to be in one place together celebrating what we've accomplished and who that's going towards. So that's really where the dance part comes in. You call it Drexel Dance Marathon because it gives it a really exciting, engaging way to represent the school and represent what we're trying to do. But the actual dancing part isn't always, it can be at events. It depends on what kind of a special events that we decide we want to do, which will be an org decision. I think that that's something that we really want to embody, is that everybody has an equal voice. There's no hierarchy. A general body member can pitch an idea just as equally as any board member, and have those come to fruition. So
dancing's a lot of fun, and big events are a lot of fun. But obviously we're virtual right now for a reason. There is a global pandemic, unfortunately. And I know you guys touched on a little bit, you're figuring stuff out, but this is your first year as an org. So what are you guys trying to do to create that environment and get your name out there, even though your org and everyone else is virtual?
So we have been promoting our social media a lot, mainly through Instagram. We've been trying to post every week, at least once or twice, just trying to spread the word, even if it's just like explaining like what Dance Marathon is. And especially right now, we've been posting because we are looking to recruit an executive board. And it's definitely difficult because we're not allowed to be on campus and just like be there, because that's definitely the best way to recruit more members, whether it's just general body members or board members. But we will be at the student involvement fair, and we'll be answering questions of people that people have.
Awesome. And I know that both of you mentioned that you guys have more of a personal connection to the Dance Marathon universe, considering that you guys were both a part of it in high school. So what positive changes do you envision Drexel Dance Marathon bringing to not only the patients at CHOP, but students at Drexel?
I think that, like I said earlier, this is one of those movements that I think everybody can stand behind. And it's not student government led, those are great orgs, but for somebody that might be a little more intimidated by that, this is a really great way to be involved in a social organization. That's just a really welcoming environment. That's what we're trying to create. That's what I think Lynn and I's vision was when we first started this, is that we wanted to spread across all interdisciplinary areas on Drexel's campus. A lot of the recruitment chair positions are really created to diversify our board members by major, by obviously more than major. But I think that there's a PR chair, but then there's also a hospital relations chair. So you're seeing maybe a communications or a business person, and then you're also getting medical pre-med bio students involved that are interested in hospital relations. So I think that our main goal is to just kind of find that balance and make sure that everybody on campus feels heard. So our main goal is to just unify our campus, and I think at a time like this where there's a lot of social injustice going on, there's a lot of uncertainty, this can kind of be maybe a little bit of a bright light for some people where they can go to a safe space and feel comfortable, and at the end of the day know that they're doing something that's really giving back to our community.
Yeah, for sure. I know you mentioned the climate we're in right now. Sometimes you can feel very helpless, especially when we're all just forced to stay at home for the most part. And CHOP is so close to our home at Drexel. So I think it's really wonderful that you guys have created this space for Drexel students to be able to give back. Lynn, I know you mentioned that you guys are recruiting for your executive board. If any of our viewers are interested in getting involved, what should they do? And if they just want to become a member of Drexel Dance Marathon or want to donate, what should they do?
We do have our applications up on our Instagram bio. It's just Drexel Dance Marathon, and there's also our contact information. So it's Abbey and I's emails, and then also we have 2 other members of our management board, Dylan and Sarah. And you could feel free to contact us, DM us through Instagram, email, text message if you have our numbers. Like, we're more than welcome to communicate with you in whatever position you're interested in. For the e-board specifically right now, the application is up. So it just asks you a couple questions, like what you're interested in, what position do you think you'd best fit in as, and then like what your greatest strengths, weaknesses, all that stuff. And then after that, we'll set up like an interview through Zoom where our management board will be present. It could be all 4 of us or just 2 or 3 of us. And that's how our application process is going to go for that. And we're also on Dragon Link. So if you want to just join our club, shoot us a invite and we'll accept you.
Awesome. Well, thank you both so much for taking the time to be on our show. I know that it's very hard to communicate with people and recruit new members when you're virtual. I mean, I felt like that was hard enough at Drexel, finding some central source of communication. So kudos to you guys for all the work that you're doing on social media. It's definitely not going unnoticed by the Drexel community, and good luck in the future.
Thank you so much for having us.
Of course.
So if you guys are interested in checking out Drexel Dance Marathon, make sure you go to their Dragon Link and Instagram page. And if you're not already following them, make sure you do. You can also follow us on Instagram at inside_ambition. Like, comment, and share below if you want to see more content like this. Thanks so much for watching. Stay safe, and we'll see you soon.